We come here to verse 8 of the 13th chapter of the Gospel of John. We're in the midst of this drama that's playing out in which Jesus is washing the feet of the disciples, and of course it's meeting with a certain degree of, I'm sure, confusion and a bit of consternation, but it's Peter who actually voices it probably most emphatically. We have this remarkable verse in which he articulates his objections to Jesus carrying on in this way. So we have lege, from lego I say, third person singular, present active indicative, he says. Indirect object to this, auto, the dative singular masculine pronoun, he says to him. Then the subject of the verb, Petros, so Peter says to him. Then we have this very strong negation, so it's may. Taken together, of course, the sense of it idiomatically is never. It could never be. This will never happen. A very strong denial. Preceding, of course, the verb in the subjunctive here. This is nipto, wash. We've seen it previously in this context. This is the second person singular aorist active subjunctive, which typically will follow this combination. So you've got me nipses, you will never wash, is the idea. Then up front, to put emphasis on it, of me, the genitive singular pronoun, the of me, then tous podos, the feet of me. Normally, of course, mu would go behind it. That would be the normal construction, but when the mu comes up front or when the possessive pronoun shows up, it puts a little bit of emphasis on it. You will never wash my feet would be the idea. We'd put an emphasis in that way. And then just to add a little bit more emphasis here, we have ace, preposition, takes the accusative, tone, the accusative, neuter, singular article, into the iona, into the age. The idiom in Greek, of course, in the New Testament for forever. So Peter has really put a pretty big exclamation point on his statement here. You will never wash my feet forever. It'll never happen. Of course, there's a little humor in this. But Jesus responds to it seriously enough. We have apokrythe from apokrynamai, I answer. This is a deponent verb, so it's passive in form, active in meaning. Takes the dative, which we find down here. So apokrythe, this is the third person singular, aorist active indicative. He answered. Subject of the verb Jesu, so Jesus answered, and then the dative here, the indirect object, answered him. The singular masculine dative, so he answered him. Ian generally takes the subjunctive, if, and then may, the negation, nipso. Same word here, of course, nipto. This is the first person singular, aorist active subjunctive. So if I do not wash, the direct object, se, the accusative, singular. If I do not wash thee, is the idea. Then uk, the negation, ekes, the present. So it's the second person singular, present active indicative. You do not have, from echo, I have. You do not have meros. The word meros here means a part. It's a noun. It's a neuter noun. This is actually the accusative as it shows up here. So you do not have part, a part or some portion, be the idea. Met, the preposition. When it is with the genitive as here, it means with. So with, and then emu, the genitive singular, first person pronoun of me. If I don't wash you, then you have no part in me. There's been a little bit of a division of the house as to what exactly is intended by this. I think the best view is simply that you have to say it was ego, somehow, maybe a kind of inverted ego, in which Peter is refusing to let Jesus wash his feet. He's too proud to let Jesus do that. Too proud to let Jesus humble himself before Peter's ego, you might say. It's kind of an unexpected idea, but I think we can understand psychologically what's going on. And Jesus, in effect, is saying, if you can't humbly accept this gift from me, then your pride is going to keep you from humbly accepting any gift from me and really from playing any role in the apostolic band. You're going to be more or less excusing yourself from the mission that I have in store for you. And at that point, of course, Peter's going to have a dramatic change of heart. but it does more or less give an insight into this impetuous and impulsive personality that we know of as the Apostle Peter.